Flame on?
Hey! What's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Dream Star Toys Scorch Flight. So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. Right up front here, we have Scorch Flight. His name is Scorch Flight. Over there, his name is also Scorch Flight, Dream Star Toys, bloody, bloody, bloody. Number 005. On this side, we have Scorch Flight. On this side, nothing. Up top, we have some more shots of Scorch Flight. On the bottom, Scorch Flight, a close-up picture of hinges. I don't know the purpose of that picture, but anyway, Hoda! We're so close to going an intro without knocking the figure over. On the back of the box, we have our obligatory product shots. We have some QR codes. If you want to scan them, go ahead, scan those codes. And that's basically it for the packaging. And moving right along here, we have Scorch Flight, and this is the next component of Dream Star Toys Superion, and this is their take on Fireflight, hence Scorch Flight, because fire scorches, like scorching fire, scorching and the fire, it's interchangeable, it's what fire does. Anyway, let's get in close here so we can take a look at those scorching abs, scorching noggin, there it is. But very, very nice head sculpt, like the little bright blue they put there on the forehead. Nice silver for the face. Overall, a very nice head sculpt. We got some red there on the chest, the little caution symbol right there. Be cautious of his chest. We got these little accents of the bright blue. We got some gold in there as well. And a whole lot of silvers, a whole lot of gunmetal grays going on here in the body. Some of the little tamper graft details throughout. Some more of that nice kind of goldy, coppery, bronzy color, whatever you want to call it. Little dozies. With the back, he's got heelys, the booties, and pretty much a typical aerial bot backpack going on. The instructions want you to have this little tail fin off to the side like that. I bring it down because it just makes things look a little bit more, a little neater, a little bit more, you know, complete there. As always, your toy displayed however you wish, but yeah, a very cool little design here. Now, articulation-wise, what have we got? I'm gonna tell ya. Head is on a ball joint. You get your wiggly waggle. You can look up a little bit, look down some. Head can do a full 360. Arms can do a full 360, but the backpack will kind of get in the way at a certain point. You see a little ratchet going on in there. You have outward movement there. You do have bicep rotation. You have 90 degrees of bend there at the elbow. You have these little missiles here. You can rotate. You can kind of aim those wherever you want, if you wish. Things that move, if you want them to move. As far as the wrist, you do have wrist rotation. You also have a joint that allows the hands to move outward. You do have opposable fingers. Thumb is on a ball joint at the base, hinge there and hinge there. And each finger is on a ball joint at the base. You can get like a little bit of splay, not too much. But a ball joint at the base, and you have a hinge right there and a hinge right there. So pretty much posable like a real hand. He has waist rotation. You can these little panels out of the way to accommodate the leg movement. Legs can move forward about that far. Back, you can get about that far back before things kind of get in the way. Outward, you can do the full splits and then some. You got thigh rotation. You have a single jointed knee, but you get over 90 degrees of bend out of it. And I like how all this stuff moves in tandem as you engage those joints. As far as the feet, the toes can move up, they can't move down, there's no rotation, but you have lots of ankle tiltage. Now as far as accessories go, you get two blasters here. You can see just done in black, the barrel done in a dark gray. Nice design here for the blaster though. So you get a pair of those. You also get a tool here to help you with transformation, a little prying tool, a little grabbing tool. We'll show off what you need this for as we proceed. We get a flight stand connector. This is for the jet mode. We also get the usual connectors here for the base, one for robot mode, one for jet mode. This one will work with this one. And again, I'll show that off once we get to the jet mode. And of course we get the base of displayage here. This is the same base that has come with all of them. Has a little posable light. You can take this arm and plug it in one of two places. You can plug it back there, you can plug it here, you can do what you want. You have a couple hinges there to work with. As far as posing, you will be able to link all of these together by just slipping these little connectors out. So we'll be able to hook them all together, and can't wait to show that off because I'm sure that will look very cool. But you got that going on. Now the light, I don't have batteries in this, but the way it works is there's a magnet in the gun barrel. You just tap it, you boop it, and the light will come on. And you're going to take this connector right here, plug that in. He does have an ab crunch also, which you need to kind of engage to get to his butt, because that's where it's going to plug into. So let's line that up, plug it in, and there you go. You can have him standing all nice and stable like. Hooray for things being nice and stable. And of course you can wield his weapons, and it's a very tiny tab that will go into a tiny slot in his palm. Honestly, it's kind of a pain in the butt to get the guns in their hands because it's a little tab and it's hard to get it lined up. There we go. It does go in securely once you get it lined up, but it's just a pain in the butt to get it lined up. And there you go. Now you can pew pew bang bang, pew pew bang bang, and all of that good stuff right there. And he does have the light up eyes. I don't have batteries in his head right now, I'm so sorry, but the way it works is you just kind of boop him with the gun, the lights will come on. I forget what kind of batteries. They all use the same batteries. I'll post it right here. The batteries for his eyes and the batteries for the stand. But yeah, lights, they got them. So there you have that, and now for comparison. Here he is with FKim Optimus Prime, because again, I feel like these work as movie bots, but as always, to each their own. We all have our own headcanon here, but yeah, I think these kind of work as movie bots, in my personal opinion. And here he is with G1 Fireflight, make us precious, oh so precious. He's so little, but so precious. And there he is with the others, and that's a whole lot of silver. A whole lot of silver, but they definitely look good together, though. I think they look quite good together, but there you go. So that is basically it for the robot mode, so let's get down to transformation, shall we? Let's. The first thing we're going to do here is we're going to transform the arms. So we have this panel here. You want to open this up. Take this little bit here, just swing this out. You want to flip the hand in. You want to make sure that the thumb is on the outside like that. And then just flip the hand in, close that back up, and now you want to compress the arm up. Now there will be little tabs here. You kind of move this out of the way so you can see what you're doing, and just line that up like so. And once you've done that, take this little shoulder piece and just slide that out. And second verse is just like the first. And there you have both arms done for now. Now we're going to take the cockpit section here. We're going to kind of pull it up and bring it back. We're going to untab these sections here. We're going to swing the nose out, swing this out, and then rotate it in at this hinge here. So just kind of rotate that in and just leave that hanging out like that for now. So next up, we're going to open up the chest and just give it a little pull because it pegs in these 2 points right here. So just give it a little pull so you can undo the chest. There we go. Then bring that up and over. Just kind of tuck his head down and make sure that closes behind his head. There's a little bit right here. You just fold that down like so and just get that up and out of the way. Once that is done, we're going to take these sections here, and we're going to shift them upward and in. Bring the arms out a little bit because we do have these little posts here that we have to flip out. It's always cat hair not included. Get out of here. Flip these little posts out and get these in place. So we have 2 posts. We have a post here, port up here, and a port right there. I usually line up the bottom port first because that makes life a little bit easier, and then the other one just kind of locates itself. So just drop that in, get that in place, and drop that in, and then just kind of get it all nice and squoze in here. There we go. Just give it a good squeeze. It should just kind of snap into place there. There you go. That's how you want everything sitting right there. Alright, so once you get all this situated, just bring this section here with his head. Just bring it back and down. There are little tabs, little notches that it'll sit into. Which again, of course, will fight you in some way, shape, or form because it has to. There we go. Get that into place, and now take the cockpit, bring it up and over his head. And then these side panels here will shift down, tab into either side here, just line that up, and bring that down. And both sides will just line up and snap in like so. Take these shoulder pieces and now slide them in. Once you've done that, take this panel, bring it down, and it will sit over this tab right here. So just drop that down, and that will get all that situated. So now for the legs, take the section of the wing, untab it. You can untab all this. Just kind of free it up. We do need to take the little knee pad here and slide that up and unhook it. And then you can just push it down. What's going to happen here is you're going to undo the section here. Again, cat hair, not included. Get away, get away. Take this and flip it out. Open this panel up. You're going to flip in this section here. That'll make the thruster. You want to untab all this. A little tug. And what you're going to do is you're going to take the foot. You're going to rotate it so it's facing down like that, and then swing the foot in. There's also, actually did not have that flip down, which I should have. There's a little panel here. That should be down. It wasn't. My apologies. You want to flip that up, and now you're going to take the the foot, and just feed it through this opening here. And this is a case of, I wish there was a little bit more clearance, because this can sometimes be a pain in the butt to get the foot in here. Tolerances, Dreamstar Toys, tolerances. There we go. Sometimes it works with you, sometimes it fights you like it just doesn't want to give you an inch. But anyway, once you have done that, you can then collapse the leg up. Collapse the leg up, and then close this panel here, and take this little bit and unfold that. Now for the wing, you're just going to bring this up. It will tab in. You just want to rotate this section and then bring it up and line up those tabs. This little section here will just slide in, lock into place, flip out that wingtip, and you got that all done, and you have this side all done. So second verse is not entirely like the first. It's kind of like the first. Also, one thing to note, these little, I don't know if you can see it, it's a little screw hole cover. Goes right there. These always fall out. So, undo the wing, get that freed up, and pull up on the knee pad there. Just disengage it, and then just push it back down. So the difference here is on this side we have the combined mode hand. So open this up, and now you're going to bring out the hand. You're going to do everything else with the foot the same way. So open that up, close that up rather. Untab that, rotate that toe down, flip that in. You want to take the fist and you want to shift it over to the side on this slider. Shift that over, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Just give it a little wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And once you have done that, now you can take the foot and get it into place, if it will let you. Which it did. Hooray. Hooray. There we go. And again, you do have a little panel here that you're supposed to flip up, which I always forget to do. But get that in place right there. And once you have done that, you're going to now take the hand. You're going to rotate it. Oops. I don't have it in the right position here. Hold up. There we go. There we go. Get that in position. You can rotate it, and then you're going to open up the fingers. Just straighten them out. And then this hand will just, if you have everything situated just right, the hand should just drop right down and sit right there like that. Once you have done that, now you can close the leg up. Like so, and open that section up. And you're going to do the same thing with the wing on this side. Tab it in, rotate, line it up, Push that in, flip that out, and there you have both sides all done. So now all you have to do is connect the two sides. Be mindful there is a clip right here. It's going to go into this post right here. So make sure you get everything lined up just right, so you can just snap it all together. And that clip is pretty stiff, so. You also have little hook tabs as well, which, there we go. Get that all snapped together like that. Get this all together, and there we go. We got that done. Hello, hi, those are fingers. So now what we're going to do here is a lot of unfolding. So this will untab, come back, and this will untab, come back, and then all this will untab and come back. So just line all this up and drop all of that down. It'll tab right into place. Then you take the back here, just close it up. That will cover up the hand. Get all that situated like so. These back fins here, you're just going to line up with that tab and then push it in. Line it up and then push it in. This fin here, just bring that up, rotate it on this section here, so you can unfold that and then just line it up and push it down, and there you have the tail section all done. And now to finish up the wings, just want to take these missiles here, rotate them so they're aimed forward. You want to untab this little section here and shift that back. And what's going to happen here is we're going to open up this panel here. Open that up, and then we have another panel here we're going to flip out. This is going to come back. It helps if you get the landing gear up and out of the way so you can see what you're doing. So what's going to happen is this tab is going to go right in here. And line that up and drop it in. Like so. Once you've done that, this will come in. There's a little tab right there. It's going to go over this. This little slot right here is going to go over this little tab right here. So just kind of bend it, feed it in, and close it up, and that will just drop in just like that. Once you've done that, you want to just compress all of this here, and that will just drop in to a little notch right there. This little missile or tank or whatever it is, this is gonna, you see there's a little tab that goes into this little notch right here. You kind of just use the hinge itself to kind of locate it. There we go. And just drop it in right in there like that. Once you've done that, just untab this, unfold it, and then just slide it to close it up. And there you have that side all done. Second verse is just like the first. And there you have both wings done. Last thing to do is just flip out this landing gear. It will actually kind of thoop into place, which is nice. And there you go. There you have SCORCH Flight, aka Fireflight, in his alt mode. Not a bad spin. But there he is in his alt mode. And a very good looking jet mode. In my opinion, I think it looks quite nice. You know, transformation definitely has its fiddle factor, but once it all comes together, the end result is quite nice. Yes, your anguish sustains me. Anyway, so let's take a closer look. Let's take a closer look here at the details. You can see the cockpit section done. Kind of a smoky transparent plastic there. Lots of silver going on. Again, lots of silver with these aerial bots. You get some red stripage going down the sides. Got some little lightning bolts there on the wings. A little bit of red back there. But overall, very good looking jet mode there. You got those thrusters in the back. But overall, looks really good. You got the missiles there. So there is the bottom. Not a whole lot of visible robot. I mean, you really wouldn't notice it's like his knees or anything. Everything does pretty much conceal very nicely. Very sleek jet mode. Not robot under a jet at all. Looks quite nice. He does roll as rolling things should. Hooray for rolling flying things. Now, as far as the weapons go, yes, they can store in the jet mode. You just flip up the handles here, and there are slots rather, right there. So you just plug in the one, plug in the other, and there you have your storage. Hooray, full storage. Now he has all kinds of armaments there. Now as far as the stand goes, this one works a bit differently than the others. You have this piece now, and what's going to happen here is you're going to use this little hook piece, and this is keyed in a specific way, so it's only going one way. So you just kind of feed that through and just pop it in, and this will tab in right here. Just line that up and just drop it in to either side, attach that to the stand, and get that all nice and balanced, and there you go. There you have your flying jet. Hooray for flying jets. And there he is with the rest of the Dreamstar aerial bot boys and the little Precious. So, there you go. So that is basically it for the jet mode. So let's get down to transformation again, shall we? Let's. Okay, so to get him into combined mode, we need to undo the front part of the wings here. So pull that out, flip this in, it'll tab into itself, and we need to undo all of this here. So just get all that unclipped, open that up, and just undo all of this and bring it up on that double hinge. It will tab in, so a little tab slot connection right there. I'll snap into it and just kind of leave that hanging out for now. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. And then you're just going to flip that in and close that up, and again do the same thing on the other side. So now we're going to just undo the back, open this up. We can pull these out, just swing them out to the side, pull that out, swing that out to the side, and now we are going to just accordion all of this back up. So bring this up and over, bring that up and over, and bring that up and over just to here for now. We'll just get all that lined up and sitting right there like that for now. So now what we need to do is we need to undo this panel, bring it up, and tab it back in where it was, right up here. We need to open the little shoulder sections up, untab this, and we just need to free this up so we can just bring all of this back and just get it out of our way for now, because now what we need to do is we need to bring the arms out, unplug the arms, bring them out, and basically get all this freed up so that we can take this section here with the elbow joint and shift it down. Now there are little posts here that you have to flip out, and you may need something to help you. And there we go. Sometimes you need a little tool to help you get that out. So once we've done that, we need another tool. We need this tool that they provide us, and this will help us to get the combiner peg out. So just start from the top, kind of push it down, get about 2 clicks, and then you're going to use the little hook side of it and grab a hold of it and pull it out. And there you go. So once you have that done, now we can put all this back together. So just line all this back up. Get all that situated. There's a little post-port connection right in here for this. And this is the one that's kind of annoying to get lined up. And these figures definitely have their fiddle factor. There we go. And now this post is going to go in that port right there to secure the arms in place. And now we can get the cockpit back where it was. Get that all situated back up like so. Close that back up. And there we go. We got that situated. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this entire accordion assembly here. There's an extra joint in there that we're now going to engage, and that will shift all this up further. And it will tab in right there to where it's sitting over the cockpit. And just bring these down. You want to bring these fins up. So what we're going to do here is we're going to bring this up, so tab slot connection there. And just accordion all this so it's sitting like that. And this little fin will go into the slot right here. So just drop that down, line that up, And that will just sit right there. And of course, when the camera's on, everything wants to fight you, because of course it does. There we go. Get that into place to where it's sitting like that. Same thing on the other side. Like that. And then you just take the fin here, pull it up, and swing it around. It'll tab onto itself. Thusly. And the instructions don't just want you to bring it off to the side. Again, I bring it down just so it's centered in, makes that look a little bit neater. But as always, your toy displayed however you wish. But we got that bit all done. So now it's time to work on the bottom half here. So we need to kind of get this started so we can get the tool in here. Little prying tool. And kind of start splitting everything open. And get all that separated. There we go. We have to get that big clip undone. There we go. Pop all that open. And get these sides open up so we can get to work here. So what's going to happen is we're going to open up this panel. We can undo the leg for now just so we have some clearance. Get the foot. We need to get the foot back out. And again, there we go. That does fight you a little bit. So we're just going to take the foot, swing it around. We're going to swing it in like that. Just leave that hanging out for now. We're going to take the wing, we're going to fold it in, rotate it, and collapse all that in like so. Fold it back, fold it in. Everything will just kind of tab in at separate places there. We're now going to unfold this, bring this up and over. There's a tab slot connection that happens right here. Just tab that in, flatten that out. And we have a little panel here. We're going to flip down like so. And then we can close this back up, close that back up, and get that unfolded. Now you have that side all done. And again, second verse is not totally like the first because we have the hand to deal with, but we can open all this up, just get things out of our way, take the hand and just shift it up so we can get all of this going. So again, do your best to pop that foot out, bring that foot around, rotate it in like so. The hand you now want to take and just shift it back into the center portion. Take the little panel here, flip that down to close up that gap. We can now bring the hand down. You're just going to rotate this section of the hand like that. So now the thumb and the hand and the fingers are all in the same place. Now we can, actually we got to do the wing now. So we'll do the wing. So fold, rotate, close, and then just fold all of this up, accordion all that in. Everything should tab in like so. Open up that thruster, bring that back. Again, you got a tab slot connection right there. Line it up, tab it in, and now we can collapse all of this up. Open this back up, and now we can merge the two halves together. So again, be mindful of this little clip point here. Get all that in place. Get it all nice and squozen. Get all that pegged together like so. You do have a little hook tab right here. Make sure you got that lined up. These will tab in together right there. These feet you can just kind of angle in like so, and then we can just rotate the entire hand like that. So everything is oriented properly. Just kind of take the elbow, just kind of rotate that around. And there you go. There we have Scorch Flight in his combined mode. And that sure is an arm. That sure is an arm. There you go. There he is in his combined mode. Again, some nice articulated fingers. We'll get into all that when we review the full combined mode. Oh no. It all works pretty nicely. The robot mode toe just kind of hanging out is a little bit of an eyesore there, but you know, nothing you can really do about that. But otherwise, it's a pretty good looking arm mode. So, there you go. So there you have Scorch Flight, and yeah, you know, overall, I like the design of these aerial bots. I think they look really cool. The robot modes, I think, look awesome. The jet modes look quite good. Very clean jet modes. The transformation does have its fiddle factor. Nothing to a frustrating degree, but definitely has its fiddle factor. But everything does come together solidly in the end, so, you know, the fiddling is worth it. As long as it's not to a frustrating degree, I don't mind some fiddle factor. And I know some people have been having some, like, massive QC issues with these figures. Thankfully, I haven't encountered any myself with my copies. The only thing is just maybe, like, a screw hole cover that wants to fall out. But I haven't had any major problems with any of my copies, thankfully. So, as always, your mileage may vary. As always, the only experience I could speak on is my own, and so far my experience with these figures has been pretty good, but again, your mileage may vary. So, there you go! Now, you can pick this figure up from bumbusbee.net. I'll put a link to their site in the description down below, so you can check that out. You can also check out the Dreamstar Toys Superion playlist for any reviews you may have missed. Also linked in the description down below, so you can check that out as well. And I think that's it, so don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Love, Peace, Paranormal, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below, and I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So, there is the Dreamstar Toys Scorch Flight, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face. You know what? I really just want somebody to hold me and tell me that everything's going to be all right. Not you. Who I want someone just hold me?